everybody, time to make a pinch pot today. Pinch pot is like ancient clay technology. Before we had potter's wheels, probably before they even used coils, you start with a humble piece of clay and make a pot out of it. Here's how. First of all, you want to start with nice, moist clay. Don't get the clay from the top of the bucket that's been used a little bit because it's going to be a little hard, and you want to be picky about the clay. So start with some nice, moist clay. Now, bring it around over here. Couple things you want to think about when you're making a pinch pot.
You want to spew, not like that.
No, you want to make sure that you're going to use satin hands, the pads of your fingers, and go for uniform thickness. And that is spew. Not this, this. Not this, this. Okay, so satin hands. Satin hands is just this. Just dab your fingers in the water and rub it around a little bit. And you don't want your hands to be dripping wet. You just want them to have a little bit of a sheen to them. Just a little bit of a sheen. Because your hands are going to pull moisture from the clay while you're working with it. The salt's in your hands and just the dryness of the air. And think of this as like a moisturizing massage. Okay, starting out the pinch pot, you want to begin just by sticking your thumb in there. And you'll feel it kind of pressing against your palm of your hand on the other side. So just feel your thumb and then just start pinching around. Now when I pinch, I'm using the pads of my fingers, not the bony tips. The bony tips are going to put a lot of little unwanted bumps that you'll have to finger iron out later. That's no good. Periodically, again, re-moisturize the hands. And as soon as I can get 2 thumbs in there, kind of show you what the inside, then I use 2 thumbs. And little by little, the more you press, the wider this space gets, the deeper the cavity, the bigger the cavity gets, and the thinner the wall gets. And with my satin hands and the pads of my fingers, little by little, I'm creating that uniform thickness so that it's just as thick here, like right on the rim of the pot, as it is down here. Now the trick, the rookie error that happens a lot of times, is people forget the bottom of the pot. You don't want to forget the bottom of the pot. That's part of the pot. And so here's what you do. I'm going to use the palm of my hand, and this is going to give me a lot of information. I'm going to put that right there, and then I'm just going to kind of rub the peanut butter around in the bottom of the pot. You can actually feel how thick the clay is. You know if you feel a lot of your finger on your hand or a lot of your thumb in the palm of your hand, your clay's probably getting too thin. So bit by bit, pinch around and see the thickness of the clay with your fingers. That sounds like hippie speak. See the clay with your fingers, children. Yeah. But you really do, because unless you have some kind of x-ray vision, you really can't tell how thick things are just by looking. You have to feel the thickness. And Mr. Kimmel, wouldn't you say that's kind of what intro ceramics is all about? Just kind of getting the feel for the clay.
Learning to use your hands.
You know, it is about feelings, right?
Yep.
Okay, so the pinch pot is pretty uniformly thick, and the thickness that I'm going for, that I'm striving for, is kind of Oreo cookie thick. Oreo cookie, you know, about a ½ inch thick. So think about like, you know, could I, if I close my eyes and I just feel the width in my fingers, could that be an Oreo cookie? Could that be? So Oreo cookie thick, and my fingers are telling me that the job is done. Real quick little look inside. Nice and smooth inside. This, got a little finger ironing to do. It's not a finished project, but everything is getting pretty good except for the lip of the pot, or the mouth of the pot. But the lips on this one, they look a little chapped. We need some Susie chapstick going on. Now you want nice moist fingers. See how this is dripping wet? Dripping a little bit there. Nice dripping wet. One finger is going to go on the top. Thumb is going to go on the inside. Middle finger is going to go on the outside. So I'm just making this little gateway. And I'm just going to keep spreading that water around until all those little cracks go away. Like that. And I might give just a little moisturizing massage to the rest of it. Okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, you got a pinch pot.